say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. I'm going to jail.
All rise in order in Z court. Hello and happy Monday.
Yeah, Monday. I can't believe we're here once again on a Monday, ready to do some damage. Creed, you said you had a great weekend, went to the pig races.
We went to it was kind of an impromptu thing. I didn't even realize the fair was going on. Emily and I was there a couple of years ago and it was fun. We got to see the pig races. Watched a horse show as well. It was not a donkey show.
Yeah. Okay. Phew.
But I was just telling you about they had a circus type situation there too, which I would have filmed if it's just by the time I got back there, it was like 1 or 2 bars of 5G and it was just awful. But it was a hell of a show. They had this big, I don't even think I took one picture. They had this big round thing that went all the way up.
Isn't it called the Wheel of Death or something like that? Or
yeah, they call it the Wheel of Destiny, but
Destiny.
The dude even gets he gets on top of it and rides it all the way around, running to keep it level. It was absolutely amazing. It's jaw dropping. Dude almost fell 3 times. The first time that he was all the way up on the top and he does this quick jump rope and he got caught in the jump rope. And that was, and then he does it blindfolded, goes all the way around one time blindfolded. This thing is humongous.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then they had the motorcycle dome thing where the two going. They picked a guy out of the crowd.
You don't think he was like a mark or anything like a plant?
No, because one of the employees stood right behind him and held him like this, and he was a big dude. Held him there so he didn't move because there's no room in there for 1 motorcycle, no less 2 motorcycles and 2 people.
Wow,
it was crazy.
We're going to do that when we hit 100,000 subscribers. We're going to do the Creed and me. We're both going to go to motorcycles. We're going to let any of you guys that want come in, stand in the middle, and see if Creed can not kill you. But yeah, Memory Road Monday, Creed. We've gone back into the files and pulled out a TPO that didn't have quite the audience we wanted.
Terminator, 2 freaking years.
It's a long time.
Sure.
Long time. Terrible twos. That's where we're at this point.
Yeah.
So this is a case between ex-lovers that end up not on the best of terms. The lady seems to be one who was causing all of them problems. But maybe, just maybe, with fresh eyes, because somebody sent this in and said, why don't you redo this one? And I said, why? They said, there's some stuff you guys missed. Just look at it again with a fresh set of eyes. And I said, all right.
Yeah.
So why not do Memory Road Monday?
Love that. By the way, those of you who want to correct us, I accidentally called Memory Lane Memory Road a million years ago, and it has stuck since then.
It's way better. I'm just saying.
I
lived on tons of roads, never 1 lane in my life.
To the best of my knowledge.
All right. And when did you first meet Miss Roberts?
I would say I'm guessing about 7 months ago. I can't give you an exact date, but about 7 months ago.
Okay, so maybe September?
By the way, I just wanted to point out he has very good taste in chairs.
Yeah, well, when you're streaming, you want the best.
Yes.
And obviously from his camera angle, he's doing a lot of streaming.
Yes.
Earlier or later?
Earlier than September, I want to say.
He must have just lost a lot of weight. That's why he's doing that, to show how much weight he's lost from way up here.
Either that or he's showing his pecker a lot.
That's entirely possible.
I don't want to do a wrong date, but it's been about 7 months.
Okay. And I'm not picky about dates. I just want to get a
Okay.
general idea for the timetable. And so whatever.
Yeah, it's not like
I
it's
tell
quarter or
everybody,
anything.
and
No
I'll
big
tell
deal.
you both here. Whatever your
It's
best
like horseshoes. Close enough.
answer is, the
Yeah.
first thing that pops into your head is probably the right answer. So if you're, I don't want you to say, oh, it was last summer. Was it June or
Just
July?
Be an
or was it-
SAT proctor.
Last summer was the thing that popped into your head. Last summer's the right answer. I'm just using that as an example because hopefully that helps people feel a little more comfortable with this process. So you met around 7 months ago, and is it your position the two of you were in some kind of dating relationship?
Yes, we're intimate. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
And is there a timetable that you would place on that type of relationship in that 7 month window?
I would say 2 to 3 months.
That was it, each and everything.
Okay. And when do you believe that ended roughly?
Hey.
It would be
I bet she knows when it ended.
the last contact that made things go south between.
Just looking at her face, I think she's got it down precisely.
She's like,
yeah.
he's like, when did y'all start dating? I don't know. 8, 9 months ago. When did it end? I don't know, man.
I like how
She's
Doug,
like,
dude, he's like 10 minutes in saying, if it was in summer, if that's what pops in your head, then just say it.
she's about to bust a vein in her forehead. She's so pissed off about this. Just saying.
Yeah, she don't.
She knows.
Don't have it at all. I'm
She
guessing she would give anything to take back those 7 months.
7 wonderful
together.
months.
2 of us were text messages that were exchanged. I believe that I said something that that pretty much triggered it, and I wanted it to end after that, and I was just never able to get that.
So when was that exchange?
The date of that is, let me see.
Oh, let me look here.
Well, he thinks about that for a second. I'll say, why your mother making really good choices today? Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, she got a big forehead.
Or maybe she's just bald.
Entirely possible.
Let's see.
She texting him right now. I can't believe you don't remember the last time we talked.
That date, I believe I have it screenshotted here. Hold on just a moment.
Take your time. You had no
It's not
time to
like
get ready for court or anything. You didn't know this was happening, right?
You just realized it was court day.
Well, Chuck, I'm more prepared for this than he is.
I believe so.
I have it screenshotted. I apologize.
Oh, no.
Give
Take
me a
your
ballpark.
time.
We filed this in February.
Hi, Asher. Bye, Asher.
So was it
That was
February? Was
just
it January?
that was February that I filed the second one.
Who's
The
he looking
first
at?
time I filed, I never heard anything back from DeKalb County, which was about 6
They
months.
threw away his first one.
It never stopped. So eventually I had to go down there and
This one?
And it's a
and
long
file a petition, file an order. I can try my best to get back through my text messages to give you an exact date.
take your time. Got all day,
I'm
bud.
going through them now.
Don't worry. It's not costing taxpayers $1. You're fine.
Maki.
Let's see.
We have the exact same percentage of people watching in the UK as we do in Canada. 5% in both.
Really?
So we're looking at September, late September. Hold on just a moment.
What do you think's behind that curtain?
Okay, so I'm wrong.
Bad stuff, right?
Gotta be.
The first date I have.
Greg Z.
So July 14th is when she started sending out pictures of me and other people.
Yes, okay.
And made a flyer basically with naked pictures.
Whoa.
They're covered, but semi-naked pictures, and that was on July 14th.
Okay, let's stop right there. Unpack what he just said.
Yeah.
So she has gone and created essentially a flyer like you would get. Maybe local pizza place is offering a hell of a deal and wants you to be on board with it. Or maybe even, the local church is having a potluck, inviting new members to come in. Or she wants you to see this guy banging other people with a message of love, perhaps. I'm not sure, but she has now printed out a flyer of not just him, but him with other people, not at like parties or,
not nude, semi-nude.
These are nude, tasteful nudes.
Yeah.
With dong covered.
This is that giant walking thing I'm telling you about. It's right here. That's how it gives you an idea how tall it is. That's how small that dome is. Imagine 2 motorcycles and
Count
2
two.
people standing in it. Yeah, that thing goes way up. See how big that damn thing is? Once you go, yeah, it's crazy.
I'd puke.
It was pretty everywhere. Could you imagine?
Terrible, Terry, just terrible. So not a good scene that she's I believe they call that revenge.
Yeah, that's a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, beach lover.
Lover.
May have been about July 13th, 12th, around there. That was the last time we had contact, and that's pretty much when things went south between the two of us.
I bet.
Okay, so the 2 or 3 months you'd say you were dating was before that, ending in July.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice, Nate.
Love it. Do we have the flyer? I'd love to see the flyer.
Okay, and you said that there were pictures that were shared. Did those pictures have your face or any other clearly identifying things as part of them?
A massive dong.
Yes.
How did you know that they were you?
I see my face and I recognize the pictures. They're in the evidence that I uploaded.
I took them, Your Honor.
We'll see if Madam Clerk can pull that up and screen share it. While she's doing that, where did you actually see these things?
I was with my friends. She contacted a bunch of my friends on social media, sending out pictures and things of that nature.
Thank you, Gary.
You're saying the respondent did?
Yeah, under a profile named Allison Shepard with her picture on it.
Okay.
She taking notes,
and
by
so
the
then
way.
One of the people that she contacted.
That's good.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And she also sent the same flyer to me via text message, basically prior to letting me know what she was going to do.
She put them up at the 7-Eleven.
All right.
Phone booths.
What that exhibit might have been titled so that we can see if our we can pull it up.
See. Just a moment.
But it's kind of weird. She's putting up pictures of him with other people, not pictures of him and her or anything like that. It's kind of, how'd she get those?
Yeah. You can look at, I think it's going to be image 0819.
Wire Mother, thank you. And welcome.
Our image 0832. 0832.
Okay, Judge, for the petitioner, I'm showing 3 videos. Would it be a video?
I mean, that's a part of it too. I mean, yeah.
I don't know if we want to see that.
Day that she sent the video to me, showing me where she showed up to my job and was waiting outside. That was sent from her. So yes, that's fine.
Either that or like a nail tech.
I don't like to see the 3 videos.
Okay.
Student, dental assistant, hygienist, veterinarian assistant.
Any of the above.
Cleans bathrooms at the hospital. Doctor.
I'm shocked he was able to send in 3 videos and they made it in. That's what I'm really shocked about.
And they're longer than 2 seconds.
Right.
Brandon, I will sit here until I see your truck come out of here. Talk about my husband again. say anything about my husband. I do not play about my husband. I will sit
forgot
here
that.
and follow you home.
I forgot that. She's married.
And there's that. See, that's why it's fun to take a
forgot
trip
that.
down memory road. Little things like her being married.
It's kind of a big deal. She's married. She's sleeping with this guy.
Damn.
D-
How do we forget that? That's one of the
And he works like
parts
at a
of it.
prison or something, right? That looked like a penitentiary. Wow. How did I forget she was freaking married?
Right.
So are you saying that was your workplace shown in
Yeah.
the video?
Yeah, I work at the federal penitentiary here in
That's
Atlanta, Georgia. During that, I believe that same day, I came back out to my car. I received a text message from her. That's when I said some things, basically saying, that I didn't care what she did. She had a husband and he didn't care what she did. So why would I care? And once I got out of work, I work in a prison. We're not allowed to have phones. Once I got out of work, that's when I seen those text messages. I came home, stuff was thrown on my porch. My neighbor witnessed to it. He also sent an email witnessing what he saw. And that was pretty much the start of it. And all the pictures and screenshots are just following. But that was the start of it. There are 3 more videos in there. There's one that the clerk has where she was actually outside the gate of this.
All right. So to answer your question from a few minutes ago about what's behind the curtain, door number 1 there. Now that I know that she's married, he's a side piece. He's able to grab, get all of this, right? And he works at the penitentiary in Atlanta, Georgia. There's definitely BDSM equipment behind that. That's what it is. Out on the porch, outside,
like the X thing you tie people to, and
the
flogger. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, absolutely. Behind the black curtain.
So let's start with this though. First, when did you receive this video?
As soon as I got out of work.
Okay, estimated date.
Oh boy.
Oh shit! He's not good
For a
with
month or a
dates.
season.
Here we go.
Yes, it would have to be
Season.
right around that same mid-July time. I guess it would be
it was
prior
hot
to
outside.
July.
It was hot.
Summer yada.
As I said, that's when my friends notified me. So it would be a few days before then is when that video probably took place.
Okay, so not to jump us too far off the
Good
track.
to see you, Courtney.
Hello, Courtney.
What,
Yes.
as it relates to 2023, what
Like an
contact
arm.
or interaction have you had with the respondent?
I haven't had any contact with her. She has been text messaging me. She puts my phone number up on dating sites all throughout the internet.
Oh, that's
I
good.
get all kind of.
That's a great move, though. If you really want to be a dick, that is the way to do it.
It's so crazy though. She's married. I could see if she was like a single woman and he like scorned her, but she's married. She's, what does she expect this man to like? All right, leave your husband. I'll take over.
Uncle Rain, yeah. Well, I mean, allegedly, he just said that he was kind of playing it down so that he didn't look really.
And
really
if that's the thing, like say
said no.
her husband does know she's got like permission to quote unquote play. She should know the rules on that. It's not fall in love with somebody. It's fool around with somebody.
Yeah, he basically alluded to that they have a open marriage that he doesn't.
She fooled around and fell in love.
Phone calls and things of that nature, just from random men, women, whatever.
Okay, so
Men and women.
how do you know to attribute that to her?
How do I know to attribute that to her? Oh, because if you read the flyer and the image that I sent up, that's when it all started. When she put up on this image, she has where she put my phone number, email address, social media contact, and she's made
work phone.
Gonna make me famous. So that's pretty much how I know.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, we'll see if we can get that pulled up soon. In the meantime, have any of the text messages you've been receiving from her, or any of the other communication?
Speaking of noticing new things second time around for Memory Road Monday, There are numbers on that door right there. So he might actually not be at home like we originally thought. Look at the see the 2-2.
Yeah, what's that?
Remember we were making jokes like this is his back, you know.
Yeah, this almost looks like maybe like an office space or something.
Yeah, it actually might be. So, yeah.
Has it been violent or threatening in nature?
Yes, revenge. She says she will seek revenge. She won't stop till she gets revenge. In my opinion, that is violent.
She threatened to headbutt me.
So a person who's not contacting you or who's not, you know, doing anything to you to say you want revenge, yes, that is violent in nature.
All right.
Revenge could be so many things, though.
Madam Clerk, do you see anything that would be
I emailed all the screenshots.
Hey, Jay.
I have 2 videos that I have. It was a total of 3. Now it's down to 2.
Well, I just got an email back from Tamika.
Oh, you did it. You did it today?
Yeah, I sent those today.
Oh, okay. So they will be published. Okay.
Tamika Assop, Deputy Clerk. She just emailed me back at 10:30.
Of course she is,
saying that she did receive all the
Yes, she is. You can see her.
evidence that I uploaded.
Okay. So I'll go in Odyssey.
She wants them back.
For the judge one moment.
Well, don't forget Monday through Friday, 1:00 East and 4:05 East, Monday through Friday. You know,
Super easy.
Don't even need them. Good to see you. You're a busy mom anyway, so
Yeah,
I
course.
would, you know,
You don't have time for foolishness like us.
right? We appreciate you
Blessings
guys.
indeed.
Nice crowd today. We got plenty of time while we look up. We're really trying to get the picture of the flyer, right? That's the
Yeah.
most important.
Speak for a moment.
That'd be the most damning, I would
Go
think.
ahead.
Right.
All right, so the reason I'm here today is because I want to stop. You know, I'm not asking for her to be.
This is
thrown
not the
under-
time for argument. It's just testimony. So this is not.
Okay.
Can you tell her to leave me alone?
So how many, it's mid-March, so across 2023, how many days would you estimate that you've
So
received some kind of
Who's hiring
contact from Miss Roberts? Text message, phone call, whatever it may be.
How many days?
Right. Because I know sometimes I'm somebody who's quick
Again-
to send a text message, even though it's
not
not
the
a
guy
phone
to ask
call.
on numbers.
So like
Right.
sometimes it might be 3 separate text messages, but they're coming in
Yes.
1, 2, 3 as I'm finishing what would otherwise have been a paragraph if it was an email. So
Right.
so like how many days this year would you guess that you've heard from this person?
From 2023, probably I would guesstimate about 10 to 15. I mean, I could go back and look and give you
Okay.
more.
Okay.
Crazy.
On average, maybe about once a week, sometimes a little more,
That's-
sometimes
yeah,
maybe they
yeah,
disappear
yeah,
for a
yeah.
week or two.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Even more proof that it's just booty calls.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
All right.
That's a good point.
Hook up? Yes.
Yo, what's up? What are you doing? Where you at, girl?
So judge, it's taking a minute because
Can I
he
come
did it
over?
in 8
Sure.
hours Instead of the 24 hours in advance. So I have to wait until it's being attached.
She does have
Right now, I'm just still showing the 3 videos.
and she's been taking notes too.
All right.
She's
No
ready.
worries.
Either that or she's betting on horses. I don't know
Writing
which
those
one.
down, though.
Speaking of which, BC Game just added all horse racing, and you can pull it up and watch live races and stuff. It's pretty neat. Yeah, surely he's not the only one, right? I mean, if you're outside of marriage like that, I mean,
And I have a feeling they probably met on our website. Just saying. I don't think she works at the prison with them.
All right. And I don't think I asked this. Has there been any physical violence between the two of you? Hitting, pushing, kicking, shoving, things of that nature?
No, never.
Oh, that was consensual.
All right. And the image that you said was put on a flyer, how was that image obtained?
To me, how did I obtain it?
How did she obtain it? The picture of you.
We had been sending pictures back and forth to each other. Yes, I sent them to her.
So that was a picture you had sent her, and then she published it in the form of putting it on.
Okay,
the
so they into some real kinky
Got it.
stuff. If
Yeah,
he's
kind
sending pictures of him with other people to her, then
Right.
obviously they are into something slightly, kink shaming, as they say, but
No.
into something a little different, a little something outside the box.
While that was going on, I had to scroll back up because I missed this from Kitch. And
I lived a 24/7 being lifestyle and been a partner at the same. Is that mean like it was on stream, or is there somewhere we could look that up? Or
more a locked collar for 24. Look at that is commitment.
that is
What we call that.
That is what you call commitment. Yes, that is definitely a.
That is commitment.
That's the only word I can come up with too. Commitment.
Good for
Craft. Commitment to thy craft.
you. Thy craft. Yes, I like that.
All right. We're going to continue to work on the exhibits. I know this is a little bit out of order, but in the interest of keeping things moving,
I know, me neither.
Ms. Roberts, a lot of these cases go to a hearing because the parties don't agree about the facts, and the court certainly understands that.
During a Friday night, members only for the main channel, if you guys ever think about it, remind me of this comment here from Oki, and I've got a story for you.
I mean, I know some people who went to like local jail and like met like outside of jail, made plans while in jail.
Yeah, me too. And
to get with prison guards.
Yeah, I got a pretty good. It's a pretty good story, but it would absolutely have to be during that. Tiny Piggy, thank you for the 2 bones.
See what you get behind a paywall.
Opportunity to testify, to get your side of the story out there, as opposed to ask questions of him if it's something that he's just
what
not.
we are looking for during these hearings, or what we are asked to determine, is whether acts of dating violence have been committed. And dating violence is defined under Georgia law as.
They had to take a break and come back, so that's why he's re-explaining it again.
What we traditionally think
she's
of
about to talk.
Physical violence, battery, assault, etc., putting hands on people or placing them in fear of immediately receiving violent injury or attempting to do so. And then acts of stalking, which is unwanted, prohibited contact for the purpose of intimidating and harassing somebody. And all of those terms are defined fairly specifically by Georgia law. So we are going to resume. Ms. Broom has some of the exhibits that you have sent in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what of these exhibits do you believe would be evidence in regards to stalking or dating violence as I've defined and laid out during this hearing?
The text messages that keep going on unanswered, the phone calls, numerous phone calls coming through unanswered. I have no contact with her, and haven't had any contact with her since. I asked her one time at the very beginning of this whole thing when it went down to stop. She said it would stop when she felt like she was ready. I filed the report.
So
nothing went through with that. Like I said, this was months starting in July. I filed the report. And now that you brought up Mr. Burke's name, he's actually the first person I filed the report with from the Women's Center. I actually have those emails dated back then. So the harassment and stalking has been going on all through the text messages and screenshots.
Okay. And so as time has gone on, that's what you testified to earlier, is that you've heard from this person maybe about 10 times over the course of 2023. And give me some examples of what is said during those conversations, or what the sort of the context of those communications are when she sends them.
Did you notice that he noticed that we were talking about what's behind the curtain, so he got it?
He also moved the camera over a little bit. Now we can see what appears to be a computer tower, perhaps?
I think so, yeah. That's what it looks like.
The last most recent ones I received was something about revenge. She won't stop until she's had revenge. That was one of the most recent text messages that I received from her.
Okay. All right. And Ms. Roberts, I think I asked this earlier. Did you have questions for this witness about his testimony?
No, sir, no questions. But I do get a chance to answer, correct?
Yeah.
You would have a chance to give your own testimony. That's right.
Okay, yes, sir. No question.
Okay. And Ms. Broom, were you able to, because I think initially what sent us down this rabbit hole, we were looking for a flyer. Were you able to find that and the messages that
Please, Miss
the
Broom.
petitioner was sending over?
Yes, I have some text messages. I'm not sure what the flyer looked like, but he did number the pages 1 through 6. So if he could just tell me what page it is, I'd be glad to pull it up.
There was more than 6.
I mean, 1 through 56. I'm sorry. 1
Oh.
through 50.
We thought she was the one with the receipts. 56.
56 pages of evidence. We're going to have to really
Damn.
just pick and choose if we don't mind. I don't want to go through all those. Unless they got nudes, then sure.
Wow.
56. He's not good with numbers, remember.
Image 0832.
0832.
What page? You did page 1 through 56.
0832. What?
I don't have a page numbered on my end. I just have the image numbers. So I'm
0832.
unsure where we're at with that.
And what's the image number?
0832.
Did he send over every pic they ever took together? I mean, my God.
The entire conversation from when they met
Oh,
7 months ago
Judge.
must be screenshot.
Judge is biting his nails in anticipation. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. This is
Yes.
The
well,
flyer.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
hang on. STD alert.
What?
STD alert.
What?
Beware of the video finesser. Oh, wow. Look right in the middle there. Thank you for that sad, angry face there.
Why is it angry? Why's it got to be angry? I could have swore that's a happy face moment.
That's going above and beyond there.
And look, she's even published a picture of some woman he's hitting it with.
Yeah, who dis? Another ain't
The
that her right
video-
there though? That forehead's kind of
No, I don't believe
who
so.
dis?
That's the red room. Shit's happening in there. You don't talk about that. But
This
boy,
is just
is it
a
angry.
massage YouTube, just so you know. They were just
Yeah, he's just rubbing her back.
Yeah, it's a
That's all. The video finesse, and he has a STD allegedly.
allegedly, but there is an alert, so
Well, I don't know if that's like, with a storm, you get to watch. Maybe it's STD watch. Conditions are favorable for development of a STD, or a STD warning when those conditions are happening right then at that moment.
Busy Mom, welcome. You're making some good choices today, unlike these two over here.
STD alert. Oh my God, look, there's
wait a
so
minute.
much.
And the award for the weakest, limpest ass dude in Atlanta goes to what does it say? Mr.
What?
Amateur self-made homemade limp porn star, born and raised into 305, by the way, of MISSISSIPPI in my Uncle Clifford voice. It's supposed to.
Oh yeah, we learned about Uncle Clifford. He's some sort of character. I think they said from like Medea or something like that. STD alert, please.
Well, I can't tell what this one is. It's pretty far away, but something's happening in a bed.
Oh, I know what that one is. I remember that one out of memory. They're sitting on a couch, and a woman is kind of sitting on his lap, facing him. Would be the best way to describe it. With her area near his area. STD alert.
Who dis?
Pretty much. That's pretty much.
Who dis?
Whew.
It was sent out to friends via social media. It was sent through U.S. mail to my neighbors. It was
Whoa.
also sent to myself. She sent me a picture
All right.
of her, I guess,
I hate to nitpick, but
manufacturing this.
very terrible crafting of a flyer. I mean, there's apps for that, and
Right. Yeah. No.
this is just bush league at best.
Yeah. I could have done
Get
it.
your revenge game up, honey buns.
Before she sent it out.
And so is that your
No, it's all
I
been
see it
changed.
looks like a 601 and a 305 number there. Whose numbers are those?
Those are my telephone numbers.
Thank God it's so blurry you can't read them.
All right. Then that's your Instagram handle.
Yep.
Long Dong Jr.
All right. And so this is styled in a way that it purports to be from you, essentially, if I'm understanding this right.
I can't tell you what her intentions were, but yeah, I guess so.
Something like that. Allegedly.
To the neighbors, Kirdoff. To the neighbors. If that's true, could you imagine? I would move immediately.
Okay. And then if we can scroll up just a bit.
I mean, especially, the STD part. That's the worst part. I mean, he could be finessing Mormons and whatnot, but when you start saying my man's out with STDs,
right?
See what I did there, right?
Tell me where all these pictures are from.
Mayor, thank you for the 2 doll hairs.
Is he just asked him again? Tell me where she got these pictures from. He sent these pictures to her.
I don't understand that. Why was that to piss her off? Like, look what I got now.
I think it was all before, like when he was finessing her, so to say, where he's like, "Yeah, girl, let me show you some of the things you can be looking forward to." And it's like, look, it's like, he was basically advertising his ding dong.
Right. Okay. Does that work? Is that a thing? Because I wouldn't ever in a million years.
From the photos, Creed, I say yes.
Okay. Must have. So wait a minute. All right. So
I say yes.
Would it be funny if he made that flyer because he's some sort of a, what do they call that? No, never mind.
These are pictures that I sent to her when we were cordial.
Okay. And so who's the person on the right?
Some skank.
A young lady that
Another married
sent her a
one.
picture on her and I.
So someone else, neither. Another person from a picture that you sent her is essentially okay.
Right.
And then you're alleging that the 3 pictures with the emoji faces on them, that those are you as well.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I kind of think so too, but
right. I think that's all the questions I have.
Maybe he's like, look,
Wonder Twin Double D, thank you.
Look at all the Mormons I've been with. Obviously, I'm a good lover.
For most people, that would not be like a good thing to do, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I think they're into a certain lifestyle that we're not accustomed to. And maybe this is common in their world.
Maybe. In their circle.
Maybe he's trying to titillate her in order to get her to, join him for relations.
All right. So I get, you can kind of think of like in the aspect of somebody seeing a porn star and being like, oh, gosh, I would love to have a chance to be
with that person.
With that person. Look what he's doing to this. All right. So I can kind of understand it in that way, I suppose.
You didn't have any witnesses that you intended to have testify, correct?
Just these Mormons.
No, I just have an email from a neighbor that I could send over to you all. That's pretty much it. No witnesses on hand.
Okay. All right. Ms. Roberts, you indicated earlier that you had no questions. I'll ask if you would that you please raise your right hand for me. Do you swear any statements you make to the court today will be the truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. All right. What would you like to tell us today?
I want to start off saying that me and Brandon met on doublelist.com. It's a website for no strings attached sex. Okay, I met Brandon.
How did we not look that up last time?
I don't know. My question is this: how? Look at that, 8 months.
8 months of ever stop that.
She just said the most important thing that's been said this entire time. They met on, what was it called? Double Mint or whatever it was, website for no strings attached hookups. Now she's busy with these strings.
All right. What would you like to tell us today?
I want to start off saying that me and Brandon met on doublelist.com.
Double list. It's Brandon and I, by the way, not to be a Knox grammar Nazi, but you know.
All right. So again, and that is probably why he sent the pictures and the videos or whatever they were. But you went somewhere and got exactly what you asked for, and now you need revenge? For what? Oh, she's very choked up. She has definitely got all them strings on her. He's like, come here.
Apparently, I've done something bad on Double List because, sorry, you've been blocked. No, actually, why it is, this tab has the VPN is on. Let me turn
Okay. It's because it thinks you're in some other land other than your own.
Right. So I'll have to bring up another.
Anybody here ever been on Double List? Paisley, you ever been on there? Anybody else? Flusha?
Anybody?
Anybody else?
Wild ones that admit it?
Sweet Tea, you been on there? Anybody been on Double List? That's all right. You can tell us. Nobody will ever see this video.
Right.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I was already blocked.
That's a website for no strings attached sex. Okay, I met Brandon one night, went over there at 1 o'clock. It was just supposed to be a one-time thing, a one sexual experience. That night after I got home, Brandon sent me several texts, how I was sexy, how he wanted to be with me, or how he wanted to keep this, this.
Oh, they have a Charlotte.
Yeah. Guys for guys, women for guys, guys for women, women for women, couples for couples, I mean, it's got everything.
Yeah, it's pretty much got. Then there's fun stuff, even blogs and such. Where do we start? We must look very quickly here. It's
you better pull it down and look first in case you click on it. Next thing you know, there's no angry faces over the parts we don't want to see.
All right, so this, Mikey, this is actually pretty good. This is somewhat like the old
Craigslist.
Craigslist.
Oh my gosh!
Give me just a moment. Just keep. Would you drive 7 minutes to me at my house? I live alone.
What if it's more than 7 minutes, though?
I will take this down before I open it up. But which one? Where are we going?
Let's see.
Thank you. Yeah, actually, I just watched a video the other day that was like a deep dive into everybody's information getting out on Ashley Madison when it got.
Let's do XXX party tonight, Greenville, 32.
Party tonight, Greenville.
Greenville's about an hour and a half. Or is that Greenville, South Carolina?
Oh, man.
They got us by the booze. They want us to make an account.
Might almost be worth it.
Has anybody got some login information?
Yeah, can everybody just DM me, please? Thank you.
Me on to believe that this one sexual experience that he wanted to continue it on. We saw each other maybe 5 times back to back. Like 5 days in a row. Brandon knew I was married. He said that turned him on. Brandon knew that I was older. He said that turned him on. He kept telling me things to manipulate me to have this intercourse. The pictures that he sent me was like him boasting that he's had sex with all these women. So
humble brag.
Yeah, but that's the way that he got her, right? I mean, for the most part, and now she's turning that around on him, I guess.
And she said, she only thought it was going to be one time or whatever. Allegedly, he had a good time, so he's like, "Hey, come back over 5 days in a row.
Right?
Got nothing else to do." But then she's making it sound like, he owes her something. I mean, just if you're in this life, you're playing this game, don't get played.
Right.
Around May.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, said some famous person one time.
Eisenhower, I believe.
The voice of Eisenhower.
It was in May, the end of May. And how I remember that is because he was the first one to tell me happy birthday for my birthday over my husband, over my family. It ended around the end of July. After, when it ended in July, that is when he sent me the text messages. I don't care who you blank. I don't care. Your husband doesn't even care who you blank. 3 days before that, we had shot a sex tape. I was blindfolded. I don't want a sex tape of me being out there shown like the other ones that he's shown to other people. He manipulated me to get what he wanted. And then when he got that video.
There it is.
Kathy, thank you. Yeah, she's very married. Okay, so she put 2 and 2 together and realized that she's probably going to be
she's the next person.
used.
Yeah, she's going to be used to send to the next person.
Go to the next, since this apparently works with sending.
Why was she blindfolded? Was there other people there, like strangers?
Sent to that. Yeah, there's probably more to that story. But wow. Yeah, the husband don't care. And then as soon as he said that he didn't mind who she effed.
Yeah. Basically, the guys, that message was to her saying, hey, why should I care what you're doing? If your husband doesn't care what's going on, why should I put anything more than what it is? I mean, if you go out and you order a shrimp plate for dinner and you're mad that it doesn't taste like steak, you ordered shrimp. You know what shrimp tastes like. You know what you're going to get at the end of the day. Don't expect steak when you order shrimp.
It's like
Eisenhower said that
threw
too.
me away. I'm not proud of how I handled the situation. I was depressed. I was upset and hurt. I don't wish Brandon any harm, but this hurt me. I brought Brandon in the short time that I've known him, and I think it was a month and a half. I brought his kids gifts. I brought him gifts, or his son gifts. I don't wish Brandon any harm.
Apparently, it wasn't too limp.
What led you to be concerned about the possibility that something would happen with the video?
He's given me videos of him.
So I don't think that Judge Dude at this point understands this is his the dude in the nice chair. His way of getting the Wormans. I don't think I don't think that's.
And his end game is probably to film them with him,
right? For more ammo towards the next.
And he probably, that's kind of like his kink. It's his thing that he likes, oh, look at me. I am with all these other Wormans. Baby.
Or videos that
there's so many parts to this one that I completely forgot about, and I knew it was a good one.
Yeah, it wasn't cut and dry. I thought it was going to be more cut and dry, and it's definitely not.
Yeah.
He's shared with me. If he's sharing videos of other women about without them knowing, what about the video or in the pictures? You know what I'm saying? That he has possession of. I don't want the money back for the gifts. I don't want money back for an abortion.
So one thing that we used to do is go through the Craigslist
Craigslist cruising. Yeah, man. Yeah. Those were always fun to read those.
So that would be a lot of fun, yes, to do during members only. Very quickly, I wanted to mention when she starts talking about the fact that she was buying gifts for his kid, man, that is a whole other level. That means that they've all met, right? I would imagine like
that, or maybe like he's like, oh yeah, I can't hang out today. It's my kid's birthday. So well, I'll come. I'll bring him a gift and everything.
Right.
Invites herself, next thing you know, she's over there. Again, this woman is getting everything she asked for. Again, I don't know why she thought this was like, oh, well, me and him, it's going to be different. This is going to be special. Buyer's remorse 100%. No refunds.
I just want to make sure that video's gone. When I reach out to Brandon, I haven't threatened him. I don't wish him any harm, but it just to have a sex tape and a video of me and then to say basically forget you and then to bring up my
Also, Judge, now is that easy to link to? Is that
Did you submit that as well? Because if so,
Miss Broom, put that in the secret folder, please.
Miss Broom, send me all 56 of those files, please.
Miss Broom. Just kidding, Judge Dude. This is all just satire. We're just kidding.
Them jokes.
I was pretty upset, Your Honor.
Yeah.
No,
Right,
so wait, what? No, we didn't miss that the second time around, right? Did anybody else?
Did she just say that? Oh
What?
my Lord. Back that up.
Where
Back it up.
I'm so far behind on comments as usual, though.
She got them feelings.
No. All right, I'm going back a couple. I'll go back like
Yeah, that's all right. Go back as far as you need.
Go back to here, maybe?
What he wanted, and then when he got that video, it's like he just threw me away. I'm not proud of how I handled the situation. I was depressed. I was upset and hurt. I don't wish Brandon any harm, but this hurt me. I brought Brandon in the short time that I've known him, and I think it was a month and a half. I brought his kids gifts. I brought him gifts, or his son gifts. I don't wish Brandon any harm.
So what led you to be concerned about the possibility that something would happen with the video?
He's given me videos of him in that flyer are videos that he's shared with me. If he's sharing videos of other women about without them knowing, what about the video or in the pictures? You know what I'm saying? That he has possession of. I don't want the money back for the gifts. I don't want money back for an abortion. I just want to make sure that.
Boy, yeah, we went right at you.
we were too knocked back from hearing the fact she had bought stuff for his youngins.
Right. We completely missed it. Well, good. Thank you, guys.
Why? I mean, I don't want to be heartless, but why would he give you money back on that? Again, you're out here meeting men folk. Are we to believe that was the very first time you ever went to some strange man's house at 1 o'clock in the morning for sex?
Are there some of you in the chat, if I'm reading this right, that believe that the husband does not know about this stuff? Is that some of you alluding to that? Because that would be interesting if that's the case.
Well, I mean, she made mention of her husband, like that he had said something about her husband, allegedly.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember. I don't think we caught that the other time either. We might have, but
I mean, that is not his flyer, by the way. I do know that.
Right.
She did not make that, but he did give her all the things that are on that flyer
to make that terrible flyer.
Yeah, the STD
which I'm kind of surprised
alert.
he doesn't have one, right? Or like a whole.
Well, I mean, like advertising, like he's a realtor or something. Like, oh, look at this flyer.
What just happened there? Did that just reset like it normally
I don't
does?
think so. She's still got that same face.
What do you call that? A sizzle reel when you're an actor, I believe.
Oh yeah. Showing your best work.
Yeah, I believe that's what he needs to make as well.
That video's gone. When I reach out to Brandon, I haven't threatened him. I don't wish him any harm, but it just to have a sex tape and a video of me, and then to say basically forget you, and then to bring up my husband. I was pretty upset, Your Honor.
All right. So when is the last time you two actually saw each other, or like we're in the same?
In July.
Okay.
Are you serious? You got a I'll give you a hallelujah for that. We're gonna have some fun with that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
And so as far as the communication since then, it's been exclusively electronic?
I've reached out to him about the abortion. I've reached out to him about to make sure that he delete the videos and they go unanswered. It's not every day. It's not all the time. I don't send Brandon threats. I want the video deleted out of his hard drive. And
There's one right behind him.
Everything else is my karma for, having a low point in my marriage. I've been married for 22 years, being vulnerable, letting someone younger come in, taking away all my insecurities, thinking that I'm beautiful, but here he is. He just wanted a sex tape.
All right,
You're older. You should know these things.
I mean, you meet under those circumstances. You cheating, whether he knows or not, and whether it's allowed or not. I don't know. That's a tough one when you get to that. Like, I understand the other part of it, like being worried about him using that for that, but you should have been able to put two and two together at that moment. I mean, if I would imagine that she was not blindfolded and filmed without consent, is what I'm saying.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what it sounds like.
She agreed to it, I'm sure.
Because otherwise she'd be screaming, he filmed this, and I don't,
There'd be a whole different case we'd be watching. Again, she met him on a site that is just for hooking up for sex. That's it. And now you're mad because you had sex. And he kind of was over it. Once he got the video, he was like, all right, mission accomplished, on to the next. He's probably got an MO where he'll date a girl for a few days or a month or something, get her trust enough that she'll agree to do the video. And when after it's over, he's done. And remember, no strings attached means you can stop anytime for any reason. Done and done. Walk away.
I gotta say, Mikey, I'm kind of surprised. I think the majority believes that the husband was not in the know at all about any of this.
Again, where was he at 1 o'clock in the morning? She could slip off. Is he a long distance truck driver?
That's true. Although, I mean, if she works in the medical field, you could have some crazy hours and crazy long shifts, overnights and this and that. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know.
On the night shift. Yeah.
Damn.
I did things in that sex tape that I've never done before.
Like examples?
All right, Mr. Griffin, do you have questions for this witness?
Okay, hold on. She's been married 22 years, Creed. 22 years. And she did things in that video she's never done before. It had to be like some really wild stuff, right? Or unless she just had the world's most boring marriage up to that point, which could be another reason she was on that. She agreed to it.
I think that was completely consensual. Otherwise, she'd be saying it. Otherwise, she'd be using that as a,
Right. She'd be able to sue him and everything else. I'm sure on the video has her saying, yes, I'm fine with it. Just do what you want. Just put the blindfold on me.
No, I don't have a question, but I would like to answer her concerns. I have no intentions of sending any tapes out of her. I told her that in a text message that I'm sure I could pull up when it first went south. I told her that was never to be a worry. She told me that I was only saying that basically to prevent her from doing what she was doing. So all I really want to say is that's never my intention. And videos deleted, fine. Pictures deleted, fine. I have not had any contact with her since then. So her concerns, I'm fine with meeting those requests 100%.
All right. Well, these cases are, as they say, like onions. They have layers. So what I will say is this.
Stop ugly crying about it.
This is a dating violence petition. I'm aware of that. But the reason that it was granted as a dating violence petition was as a predicate offense of stalking. And so really the analysis to be done here is whether there is sufficient evidence to believe that acts of stalking have occurred and that this order is reasonably likely to prevent those acts in the future. I am not going to extend this order because I believe that some of the evidence today suggests that essentially that the contact that was attempted was not for an illegitimate purpose or no purpose at all, or a purpose to harass or
Good to know.
intimidate. It was
Very sexy onion.
for a purpose, and to the extent that there was other contact, it's not. It does not. The contact with the petitioner, which is what the court is required to analyze, is not for the purpose of harassing and intimidating as defined by Georgia law. The sort of violent undercurrent that we typically see in stalking cases is not present here in a way that allows for this order to be extended. And so for the purposes of today's hearing, that will be my ruling. What I will say is that even though no protective order is being granted or extended here, I am optimistic that this has been a positive experience that will bring some closure to all parties. There has been some
Really?
meeting of
Oh, you're talking about the court is a positive. Yeah, what?
Just remember all the good times, kids. Just the good times.
It's been a positive experience.
I hope everybody had a good time. I know I did.
It was positive for us, but
Full hood would have worked.
At least a chance. Sometimes these settings provide an opportunity for open communication that people may not be comfortable with otherwise. And so each of you has had an opportunity to hear the other's intents and their wishes, and has a chance to abide by those moving forward. It is clear he has, affirmed on the record that he has no intention of engaging in the acts that you're concerned about, and that he'll comply with your request. You have had a chance to voice what your concerns are and what the purpose of your outreach has been. And so hopefully with that mutual understanding, each of you leaves here today with the understanding that you'll be going on your own way moving forward. And I wish both of you the best in that process. And so we're going to place each of you back in the waiting room, at which point you'll be able to log off from there.
All right, Creed. Why did we were never mentioned? So do you think the STD thing was a lie? Because she never mentioned it.
I would think so, because also, as many of you pointed out about, and I believe you did too, about him being so limp, it seems like he got the job done.
Even, I'm not gonna say nothing else.
Be careful.
What would I say? It's only Monday. We got a long week.
Right.
But yeah, that you can't say somebody's gonna delete a video or not. Oh my God, that's today's poll question. Have you ever made a sex tape?
Love it. That is a great. That'd be interesting. Should we put in our votes of what we think are? I mean, it's an anonymous vote, so.
It's 100% anonymous. You never know. You can't tell who's voted.
I think we're all 200 plus of us are all going to take a shower now.
I'm going to I've already scheduled a penicillin shot for as soon as this is over. I'm not taking any chances.
That was well worth the rewatch, by the way.
Wow. I forgot how good that was.
Yeah.
Damn
is right. All right. Thank you guys. I guess look forward to We Got a Chase coming up at 4:05, and then members only at 5:30.
Yeah, our members only will be for We Got a Chase channel. So if you haven't joined there, think about doing so. We're going to watch a great video of a family vacation that has just gone all wrong.
Oh, all right. Sounds good to me.
We'll see you for that.
Good deal. I gotta wait for it to come back around. Sorry,
it's coming. It's running a little slow. It's Monday.
That's right. It's sitting all weekend,
knocking the rust off that
in
thing.
the barn all weekend, getting rusty. Memory Road Monday. Welcome to Wire Mother. Always love having some new members. Gary, by her mother. Thank you, Tiny Piggy. Welcome, Busy Mom 4KC. Another new addition to the fam. I love that. Mayor, Wonder Twin Double Dig. You know.
All right, kids. Hope you had a good time. We know we did. Make sure if you're going to go online and meet people from NSA, you keep it NSA, because otherwise you'll be in court next thing you know, getting shots, and just,
right.
your neighbors are getting flyers in the mail, and well, things just don't work out the way you hoped. So until then, stay safe, stay hard. Talking to you, dude. And stay tuned, because good stuff's coming. Old stuff's coming too. And I'm going to Florida. And Creed may be going somewhere this weekend. Cliffhanger.
Dun, dun, dun. Maybe. Big maybe. Might go to Bristol for the race. We'll see.
April.
Working on it.